Guys, we want to be ready in case any brands come through and want to do a full-size run signature sneaker. We do have a sneaker designer here with us, so I figure we can give him our ideas just to see if they work.
Let's see what you got. Bring it.
Well, Steve, I had to come with the.
Oh, sweet. I love the grooves up in the top of the forefoot. Looks like it'll be nice and flexible. You got great ankle support there. Fire.
I think I designed the next Adidas masterpiece. I just want to show you guys.
Okay. Let's see it, Welty.
Sweet. Going to go over well in Europe. The Dutch in particular. Clinking, clonking, clogging along in that thing.
Woo.
Okay. I did it in all gold, so Trinidad, I think you'll like it. There's a mustache wing at the top. We got vibe holes so you can see it. The tip is always hard, and it's vegan leather. Steven, what do you think?
I don't know. I wouldn't wipe my ass with that sketch,
What?
Then again, you might get the same kind of crap on it if you did. That's one of the worst things I've ever seen.
No,
what the fuck
Steven,
are you thinking?
come on.
You know
how hard I worked on this?
Not very.
Yep. You can count on me. Count on me. Count on me. Count it up.
That's a full size. That's a full size. She want every color. That's a full size.
Hello to every single member of the FS Army watching across the world. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm Matt Welty.
Trinidad James, baby.
And we have with us here today Steven Smith. He is a guy who's been designing shoes for decades for everyone from Nike to Reebok to New Balance to Adidas. Currently design director at Yeezy. Steven, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
Steve.
Good. It's taken a while, so we finally got it all done.
We've been waiting for this one.
I was on my way out right when the virus hit us all.
We're all still breathing. We're going to talk about your long history in the sneaker game. First thing we want to talk about the shoes everyone has on feet today. Welty, what are you wearing?
So we have Steven Smith on the show today. Wanted to show some of his design language some love. So I'm wearing the Concepts X New Balance 997. It's a Tiffany colored pair. I believe it's made to represent the New York Yankees.
Oh,
Nice.
It'd be better if it was socks.
Much love and much respect. It's been a long time coming. I feel really great today about my entire outfit because it's completely black on everything or black design. My hat, Fail USA, but my shoes, I got them from my brother Currency, his Bape collab, the Jet Life Babes. Thank you so much for the gift. Shout out to everything, even my hoodie. It's a great time. I love when I could wear everything that I got on. And, Virgil made the glasses, my hoodie, my shirt, my jeans, socks, shoes.
Or like underwear?
Yeah, no, the skateboard brand.
We've been freeballing it?
You know what I'm saying? It's a great time, guys. Great time.
I got on my Hello Kitty Furies.
That's
vibes.
a flex. Look at it.
I'm wearing Reeboks once again. Don't worry, I did switch it up. This is a pink pair of workout lows that a follower named Adrian sent to me. Not the people at Reebok, so thank you, Adrian, for that. By the way, I do want to mention this is another charity episode. If you click on the box here, you can donate to the Bail Project, which is fighting to end mass incarceration in the U.S.
Guys, I also want to take some time to just give a brief talk about James Baldwin. Each week I've talked about different Black leaders, men and women that just, mean a lot to the culture. James Baldwin, born in New York, an amazing novelist. Movies have been based off of his books, like If Beale Street Could Talk. I truly respect and stand people who are not scared to speak their truth and to allow young people to know, of color and young people, period, that, it's so many other aspects of life to get your voice out there into the world, So one time for James Baldwin.
Guys, let's talk sneaker news. The first piece we want to discuss is the Nike Airship Retro in this band colorway. I think we all probably could have guessed that this was coming this year, given the pair earlier. This is the iconic black and red. Somehow, though, it ended up in Italy.
Oh, okay. Trip in Italy.
It's the first release. It's got React in it. Steven, you've been designing shoes since, 1986? Do you remember the whole band myth around the Jordans when they first came out?
Oh, yeah. After those moments, it ended up being like a popular trend among Nike to see what we could get banned. Some of the track spikes I worked on were banned by the Olympic Committee and things.
So Nike just was designing shoes to try and get them banned?
No, it was in the back of the mind for sure. It's like, ooh, this one's going to be kind of sketchy on the line. And then boom!
Yeah. They go to band camp, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Are you excited about this shoe, Brendan?
No, personally, again, I'm a little confused by the React thing. I feel like it's such a historical shoe that it should have been brought back in a way that was more accurate to the original. I don't think Jordan Brand's going to talk a lot about it. I feel like maybe they're going to roll out some more pairs around the band anniversary. I think it was just in October, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't need them.
Yeah. feel the same way.
I don't know. I wish they added a strap to it. I don't know. I just wish it did more. But I mean, every shoe is not going to be for a person like myself, so I can't be mad at it. I always wonder who is the person for this type of shoe. I usually always diss that person, but at this point in time, I've seen so many different type of sneaker lovers that is like, I just get it at this point. Every shoe has a foot.
Next bit of sneaker news, Adidas, well, not officially, unveiled the Ultra Boost 2021, kind of shook the model up. It has that kind of rocker shape that we've seen on a lot of Nike and Hoka running shoes. This looks like it's a little more serious of a road shoe. Do we like this, Steven? I know you're technically kind of at Adidas.
In a roundabout sort of way, but not really. I don't know. You know, whatever. Everybody's experimenting with different geometries and shapes and forms, so have at it, right?
Shoot your shot. 2020.
Shoot your butt shot. I feel like this thing got some ass injections. Look at the heel on that. This is not a reboot, but a rebut. Look at that. I don't think I need any more Ultra Boost personally, but I think the shoe is a modern classic and deserves to be a staple, so I'm not mad at Adidas bringing it back out every year.
Brendan's got like a writer room over there getting the jokes going off on the shoes.
Just me, baby. All by my lonely.
You know, it's interesting because I think the first time around with the Ultra Boost, when they released it, I didn't see the vibe on it. I knew that was a very popular shoe, obviously. I don't own a pair. So when I don't own a pair of a sneaker, I don't know, sometimes to me, it's a part of me that feels like, obviously I don't need it. It's not cool enough for my foot. But that doesn't mean that the shoe isn't incredible, because obviously the Ultra Boost is like a hit. To see it come back this time around with the Brendan Dunne ass shots, it moves me a little bit differently. But I don't know. I still can pass again on it. Welty, like you buddies, or if it was gifted,
no,
would you
I mean,
training them? How you feel?
I loved the first Ultra Boost when it came out. I thought it was like a revolutionary shoe. Kanye, obviously we're gonna talk about him later, but he was one of the people who kind of co-signed it early on, made it a thing. It was kind of one of those shoes that people, I feel like it was word of mouth. You tried it on, you were like, oh, Boost is so comfortable. Then Adidas did 100 awful things with Boost. I think these look a little better. I'm curious to how you would actually run in them. I'd try it out, but I don't have my hopes up for it. I'll put it that way.
Boost the mixtape, 100 awful things. That's crazy. Steve, man, without further ado, you know, we know that you've designed so many incredible things, right? You know, I know that you have an incredible love for, it's a particular old school New Balance, the Super Comp.
Oh,
I know
yeah,
that's your
my
thing.
fave.
You know, when did that sneaker love really first start for you?
Oh, ever since I was a little kid, you know, we didn't grow up wealthy, and every back to school season, you know, you got your one pair of shoes, so choose wisely. So I became kind of like a hardcore sneaker connoisseur back then in the 70s when, you know, the early days of stuff coming out. You got one choice, choose wisely. Mm-hmm. So I got SL72s.
Adidas,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I had these Puma Power Cats that were pretty cool. I think one of my all-time favorites I had were some Tonic Street Fighters. But, you know, growing up in New England, you get them back to school, you go right into winter. They had a really bad problem with the dye stability in the leather.
Were you paying that much attention to sneakers at a young age where you were figuring out that there were these things that they designed wrong?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, that was the first really bad one, was that with the color dye fastness. I had a pair of Dr. J low-top basketball shoes. That was when I first started to figure out how things were made, because somebody left the lasting tack in the heel on one of them. I was like, why does this thing keep poking me? And I ripped up the sock liner, and there was this tack in there. I'm like, what the hell's a nail doing in there? So I grabbed some pliers and ripped the thing out, and then I started to
Full cobbler mode.
Yeah, and you started to figure out how they actually made the things. Then I got one of the first pair of waffle trainers when it just had the little tiny toe strip on it, and my big toe blew through in like 3 weeks.
Fred Flintstone type beat.
Yeah, you know.
You should have held on to those and sold them on an eBay auction for like $100,000, you know?
But, you know, you blew through the toe, and then my mother was like, too bad, that was your one choice. Suck it up. And you're like, oh, I got a hole in my shoe.
Freezing cold toes in the New England winter.
Yeah, and then in those days, I looked at the back of Runner's World, and there was this company, Tread 2, and you mailed them off, and they were going to fix them. So I was like, sweet, they'll fix them right. You know, and it came back with just a big piece of suede shoe goo globbed onto it. And I'm like, it's not
No
really.
way.
I could have done that.
Yeah. I want to talk about your first entry into the sneaker business. So you graduated Massachusetts College of Art and Design in 1986. You go to work for New Balance right away, and you worked on shoes like the 997, 99X series, and a lot of those New Balance models are still popular today. Do you feel like that's kind of that era of your career made you the grandfather of dad shoes, as you say?
You know, I always laugh and I joke about it, saying it's my Al Bundy moment, you know, because Al was like, yeah, I scored the running touchdown for a Polk High School. That was like his greatest sports claim to fame. And, you know, I ran track at Taunton High.
With the toe out.
No, by then I had gone to 990s because you could drop a frickin' bomb on them and nothing affected them. They lasted for eternity. When I graduated from college, everybody who got design jobs went to the early days of the tech companies because it's Wang, Digital, Data General. Nobody was really designing sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard about this job posting at New Balance for a product designer. And I'm like, oh, that could be interesting. That's what I run in. How cool would it be to design what you wear yourself? And I went there, and the guys who interviewed me were in like t-shirts and jeans and sneakers. And I was like, whoa, this is cool. And it was in this shitty old mill up in Lawrence. And I was like, sweet, I like this. And then like around 11 o'clock, they're like, oh, interview's over. We're all going running. We'll get back to you. I'm like, what? They're like, everybody runs at lunch. And I'm like, where do I sign? And they're like, whoa, hold on, you know, we'll get back to you. So then they called me the next day and offered me the job. And that's how I got there. And I was just so excited. And I got to work on finishing details on the 995. So I'm like, damn, I'm getting to work on the update of the shoe that I wear. How cool is that? You know? Yeah, I'd be drawing these crazy ass things with midsoles coming all the way up. And they're like, you can't do that. And I'm like, yeah, you can't do that yet. But they'll figure it out, you know, and we'll do it.
You're saying you made the Adidas Ultra Boost 2021 back in 1986?
No.
Speaking of crazy shoes, after that, I know you went to Adidas after New Balance, but then your next stop was to go to Reebok. I think one of the crown jewels of your design catalog is the Instapump Fury, which you're wearing today. How important do you think that shoe is to Reebok's history overall?
To this day, it's still one of their biggest percentage of their sales. That's a defining Reebok shoe right up there with like a classic leather and Pump One.
Do you have any clue how many pairs they've sold over the years? It must be millions, right?
No idea. I never asked them that.
And they didn't even want you to make the shoe at first. They thought it was too crazy, right?
You know, that's conservative middle management people who really didn't have a fucking clue. You know,
Fuck 'em.
Again, you know, I talk about my straight edge punk background, and that was like the epitome of it, was that shoe.
What were you listening to? Give me a band, please, if you don't mind me asking.
You know, Nirvana was just coming out right then. You know, Bleach had come out, and but a lot of Big Black. Minor Threat was always playing.
Minor Threat, nice.
The red and yellow colorway of the Instapump Fury was inspired by a hardcore t-shirt.
More the colors of like the Nevermind the Bullocks album. And there were so many things I did at Reebok at that point in time. You know, Paul Litchfield said, you know, you're just such a fucking wacko.
Is he wrong?
No, absolutely not. You know, he's like, your design methodology is explosive. We created so many things at Reebok and technology-wise and ideas and concepts that the company couldn't even digest it. You know, if you're going to do something, a design that's totally in your face, it should be 100%, you know, go all in. And again, yeah, it was that homage to the super comp of fire. I remember being a teenager, freshman in high school, and the senior kids had on super comps, and it looked like their feet were on fire. And
That's what I call young fire.
What was cool is New Balance had a program with the local YMCA. New Balance donated shoes to the local prisons. And so the prisoners would wear them. And then after like 6 months, they'd send them to the Y, and you could get them for discount, you know, for like 20, $30 a pair.
Game worn.
Prison worn, which is, you know,
Worn.
you think back at it, it's kind of a weird thing, but.
Give me these prison shoes, man. That super comp is actually, when I, you know, just doing my little research here and there, And that shoe meaning a lot to you, and then to see it like turn into kind of like that New Balance 327, the new design they got, and it's kind of like a split colorway that they did of it. When I look at the Super Comp, I don't know what type of comfort it has. It reminds me of a Samba from Adidas, which I love. I know you're a Gazelle guy. Honestly, it's an interesting shoe, man. Real interesting shoe.
At that same era, my second choice would have been a pair of Nike Stings. It has that vibe of the Sting. They were all in kind of that group of that racing flat.
Transition over to Nike Vapormax technology. That started on the Reebok side, and then it didn't really come to life to the Nike side. Like, how do people sleep on it? Like, how does a person sleep on something like that?
You got this resistance from these other people who are insecure or feared it. That's when I knew I was on the right path. It's like, you should be afraid.
And your name is actually on the patent for the Vapormax, is that right?
Yeah.
So does that mean you get a royalty?
I get shit. I got fired. That's what I got. Thanks a lot. It's the same bureaucrats when you call them out on stuff don't like it.
Yeah, don't like it.
I gotta ask: is there a particular sneaker brand that you hate the most? Because I feel like you've been everywhere in the industry. Do you hold any ill will towards any of these brands?
Nah, you know what? It's never. Well,
fuck Nike.
I'm not gonna say it, but different situations are there, different people are there.
You and Kanye have the same feelings towards Mark Parker? That's...
I like Mark. Mark, I still consider a good friend.
He tried.
Part of how things went down is Mark got a new admin who didn't know who I was. Before in the past, if I had an issue, I could just go see Mark and he cleared his schedule to talk to you. The new admin didn't know who I was. So when I was like, hey, I need to talk to Mark for 10 minutes. And she was like, yeah, he's really busy.
It's crazy. Mark Parker never answered my emails either. Steven, I want to know from there, you left Nike or you got fired, I don't know.
Oh, I got fired. I'll admit it.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
How did Kanye West discover you after that?
He once said to me, you designed all the shoes I wanted as a kid. Who wouldn't want that guy designing with me? He had done his research. He knew who I was. He knew all the products. Exactly. So it was pretty cool. It was flattering. When you look back at it, it's true. He said, why would anybody fire you? It's like you're the collected vessel of the industry knowledge for 34 years. It's like, it's fact. You look back, everywhere I've been, I've created icons. I've got a gift from God and I'll take it. Thank you. Thank you for the gift.
Thank you, God.
So, I don't know. I mean, all these designs will outlast me. The same people who fought me on the Fury will never be, they're forgotten. But who does Reebok come back to every time to talk about it? Me. The rest of them can go fuck themselves.
My man.
What's it like to work with Kanye? I know it's you've mentioned in the past it's kind of like a collaborative process. It's not you designing the shoes. It's not him designing the shoes. It's not just the two of you designing the shoes. Like, how does...
I can't get into too much of it because of the NDAs, as you guys know from past experiences. I don't know. The best way I can describe it's like music. You have your band, and then you have session musicians that come in and add a violin or a guitar riff or something.
I want to ask you this: what is a fun day when it comes to designing sneakers for you and like a Christian Tresser? Like, how does that? Give me a fun day. I think that's kind of safer to say. Like, Ye is Ye. I know what Ye's about. He's just Ye.
Well, he and I worked together back at Reebok in the old days, and we're two salty old guys, and we have a lot of fun, and we kind of laugh at the kids, and like they don't get it. We sit down and sketch and create some fun stuff, and you're like, hey, what do you think of that? Oh, that's cool. You ever think of that? Oh, that's fire. Remember this one? Yeah, why don't you try that twist into it? It's like raw creation, like it should be. I was just looking yesterday. I got over 2,000 designs I've done so far on my iPad in the last 3 years.
Okay.
And Ye empowers us to do that, which is really cool. And we create a catalog. Again, you think about music, we're creating a back catalog to go through.
Steven, you said that you can't really talk about a lot of this stuff because of NDAs. Is that what it's like? Is it super secretive at the Yeezy headquarters in Wyoming? Is there high security? Are there barbed wire fences?
I'm still not even supposed to talk about that. You should take it into account. If you're working on the leading edge stuff, it should be pretty secure.
Are there guard dogs that bark bees?
The bees, yeah.
I'm not talking to Sting.
Are you just like sketching a shoe when you're out in Wyoming, hop in the Sherps, go drive around and like come back.
Yes.
And
take a ride in the tank, go out for a 70-mile-an-hour blast in the trails. And,
Good times.
yeah, it's kind of cool because you're around the music people, you're around the apparel people, and we all cross-pollinate. It's just like everybody works together. And, you know, you can contribute to the apparel side. You can contribute to the architecture. You can contribute to anything he's working on, even the music. Steven, how's this mix feel? How's the vibe? You know, God, it'd be kind of cool if you had a little bit more bass. Boom,
Steven, you
there
write
it
raps?
is. No. God, no. Yet.
But it makes sense, you know, musically you understand, like you create using music. So you understand music.
That was the
Love
funny
it.
thing too, like at Nike, you know, you worked in Mia Hamm in this big giant frickin' aircraft hangar.
Nice cafeteria, though.
Not bad, but I would always have my music blaring. So one of my other friends, Paul Caron, who worked in basketball, down the other side of the building, he'd hear like Kate Bush call me up, like, it's got to be you playing the Kate Bush. And, you know, other people would be like, can't we have silence? And it's like, what kind of designer are you? You know, it should be chaos. It should be music. It should be inspiration. And you know, some others just wanted to sit there in silence.
that's the
But
real
yeah,
reason why they kicked you out, right? Of Nike.
Could be. Fuck shit up, man.
Wait,
Fuck shit
Like I
up!
said, people, you know, when I was there, it was the big buzzword was disruption. Be a disruptor. Until you disrupted, then they don't like you.
The sound of the word, they don't like the sound of the action.
Yeah, you know, when people ask me to describe my career, it's like I'm a frickin' cruise missile. You program the destination and the target, and I'm gonna go there and fucking blow it up.
Steven, you've worked all around the industry. You've crossed paths with all the great designers. You know, you're friends with Tinker. Where do you rank yourself in the pantheon of sneaker designers?
I don't know. Like I said, I'm always kind of humble about it. It's like I'm just a goofy kid from.
Wait, you just described yourself as a Scud missile about to
No
explode.
chaos. Fuck shit up, man. Disruption and cruise missile, fucking wacko, explosive. Oh, that's fire. Go fuck themselves. Fucking blow it up. Creatively, there's a difference. Gave me a task, and I created the best product that I could at that moment in time with the supplies and resources that I had, and that's what I've done.
In a lot of your archival stuff recently over the past few years, you know, you have the Zoom Streak Spectrum, which
Fire.
Supreme collaborated on. You have the Spirit on Cage, which Stussy just did. They're kind of like taking all the Steven Smith past shoes that people may have not even known about, and now it's kind of the popular design language within the industry.
Well, I always laugh about it. It's like Zoolander. Hansel's so hot right now. Steven's so hot right now. Let's just ride his back and ride his dick and come out with all the old Steven designs. You know?
Fire.
Let's go.
Nothing hotter than fire.
Oh my god.
And it's like,
this is
yeah,
so
whatever. It's been 15 years since I designed that stuff. Come on, you got all these bright minds and smart kids that you thought were better than me. Bring it. Like I said, it's tough to rank. I mean, how do you rank somebody? I said I would be amongst these people. I would never say I was better than, just different. I mean, I love Tinker. Tinker did everything at Nike. You know, people shit on me because I worked at different companies. Fuck them. But I've never designed the same thing twice. And I infuse each company's DNA into that product to come out with something that you've never seen before for each brand.
Steven, by the way, every single week here on the show, we punish someone in the worst take section for something terrible they did or said last week, as decided by the YouTube commenters. We make them switch out their shoes and replace them with something awful. This week it is Trinidad for once. Very rare. He doesn't get this distinction too frequently, but for not knowing the MMA fighters are barefoot in the octagon.
I realized I never paid attention to. They don't wear shoes in there.
We don't.
I am so happy to see you get punished for this. You have to take off your shoes. You have to put something terrible on. Do you have something?
I don't even own bad shoes, bro.
No.
Y'all know I don't own bad shoes, bro. Like,
you know,
I don't own bad shoes.
You have
like,
some bad shoes.
Own up to this.
Bro.
Trying to weasel your way out of it.
Don't get me wrong. No. I'm going to live up. Hey, you guys gave it to me. I love it. It's all fun and games or whatever. But come on, guys. I mean, giving me worst take is crazy because you know that my taste level of shoes is like what I'm going to wear for worst take. Some old Air Max ones. Like what am I going to wear?
Stop complaining.
I got you guys. I don't
Tell
know
us who deserves it this week, and we'll get them next week.
Steven, we also do a segment on the show, brother, called Drip, Flip, or Skip. Drip meaning it looks good. Flip meaning that you resell it, and skip meaning you don't fuck with it at all. The first shoe in Drip Flipper Skip is the Nike Air Presto Australia.
You know, Leon at Prestology is one of my good friends, and he's an Aussie, and I had a great time going down to Australia. So I mean, I'd keep him. It's a good drip. You know, it was a good color. Presto was cool.
You did the Hello Kitty Prestos.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. I did at Nike.
Which sell for like $1 trillion. Have you ever resold sneakers?
I sold all my Hello Kitty Presto prototypes and stuff and bought some motorcycles with the money.
Yeah, better investment than Bitcoin?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right.
You know what? I appreciate the Presto, but I'm not a big Presto head, and I do love all our Antipodian supporters, but I don't need the Australia colorway. I'll skip it.
These are really dope. This is a drip.
Okay. The Presto will never be a skip. To me, the Presto is one of the shoes I remember, purchasing with my own money growing up as a piece of shit kid. This colorway is just not for me, so I'm going to skip it. The Presto will never be a skip.
If you go to Australia, though, you might change your mind.
Do a show in Melbourne, Australia. That's all I could tell any artist. Do a show.
Pulling up to Anzac Day with these
God.
on feet.
Woo! Jesus. Anyways, moving forward. In Drip Flipper Skip, Steven, is the Nike Adapt BB 2.0 tie-dye.
I've seen too much tie-dye lately, and it doesn't really look right on such a techie sneaker. I'm skipping this one as well.
I think sneakers have gotten to a weird point where it's like they're trying to advance the technology so far, but I don't need shoes that you hit a button and they tighten. I'm okay with lacing my shoes, so I don't need auto lacing sneakers. So it's a skip.
I'd skip them because I just think any of the auto lacing ones, the shoes have kind of been a disappointment for me as a futurist. I don't like it. It's too jumbled visually.
This colorway is definitely a skip. For me, being a person that is from outside of the design world, I like the idea of the shoe, and I like playing basketball in them. It's kind of quick to take off and put on without having to take time to tie shoes or worry about your shoe untying from a hooping standpoint. So the shoe is not a skip, but this colorway is definitely a skip for me. Moving forward in shoes, guys, the Adidas Ultra 4D Welty. You're Adidas guy. Talk to me, brother. Drip Flipper Skip.
I mean, I like the nod to the OG Adidas Ultra Boost colorway on it. 4D has been the biggest bust for Adidas altogether. I've never worn a pair. They were trying to sell them for like $400. People say they're not even that comfortable. These don't serve a purpose. If anything, I think it's held Adidas back as a brand, so skip.
Woo! Okay.
I like the upper, which I can't get into the reason why. I think they're cool shoes. They're a niche, definitely. When the 4D first came out, it was really cool, and I think they need to advance the geometry. Overall, if you stand back and look at it as an individual item, I mean, it's interesting enough to wear. Flip, but I might wear them if they gave them to me.
Steven, so we're not going to see 4D technology on any Yeezy sneakers anytime soon?
I don't know. There's only one person who knows that.
I quite like the look of the 40 stuff, and I never owned a pair, so this might be the one to convince me. I'm with it. I'll call it a drip.
It's a skip for me, and I mean, I don't own any 4D anything. I don't know. I just got a lot of trust on my foot. Like the things I put on my foot, they look good. They're cool. Like
your foot sees the vibe, right?
My foot always sees the vibe. So this is a skip for me, guys. Steven, we also do outfits on this segment, and I think that the best outfits to do right now as we speak is goddamn Steven Smith outfits, brother. Outfit number 1. Look at this motherfucker. Jeez.
Yeah, you like that one? That's 80s at its best.
What? You could be a model. This is a mood board right here, man.
That's Heidelberg Castle, and we had an innovation meeting there.
So this was when you were working for Adidas?
Yeah, it's 88, 89, maybe. Yeah, so at this innovation meeting in Germany, I'm there with all these old German guys because that's who was left at that point. And they didn't know what to think of the young freaking American punk kid. We had it at the Heidelberg Holiday Inn, and they had laid out all the future concepts for Adidas along the windowsill. And there was a main walkway that went right by it. And I'm looking, people are walking by and looking in the window. So when I look at the conference room next to us, and it's Nike European sales meeting is next door. And I was like, I go to the old German guys. Hey, anybody actually look to see who's in the room next to us? And they're like, no, yeah, we don't know. And I'm like, it's frickin' Nike Europe.
Oh my God, they were spying on you.
What?
They basically pretty
Butterfeed.
much shit their pants and closed the shades as quick as they could. It's like, know your surroundings, for God's sakes.
It wasn't like West Side Story and the two of you ran in the street and had like a knife fight.
No, that's sales guys versus product creation.
So, I must ask, drip, flip, or skip, sir?
I don't know. It was good at the time. Flip. I don't know.
I'm gonna call this a drip, especially knowing it was around the Innovation Summit. I want to see the notes from that session.
This is 100%, 1000% drip. Gazelle, one of my favorite shoes of all time. You've got the 80s football casual look down to a T. You look like you're about to get off the train at Pompey, smash someone in the face with a beer bottle. You got the flick. You got the jumper. You got the white jeans and the Gazelles.
Let's fucking go. This is a drip in my book. I don't know what that book stands for sometimes, but it's a drip in my book. Outfit number 2. Waya!
Had to do it to him.
Same pose, different clothes. Let's go.
That's my Alpine Stars rainwear for one of the motorcycles that I bought with the Presto Hello Kitty money.
That kitty money, baby.
That's a drip.
Yes, sir. I love it.
Steven, true or false? Does MNVN stand for minivan? Is that right?
Yeah.
Interesting. Do you ever feel like it was a bold move to get in the Fitbit game this late? Because I feel like the Fitbit game is one for young men.
I don't know. I got people who follow me and they want to see how to hook the shoes up from one of the people who helps create it. Why not?
Come on.
If you don't like it, too bad. If you,
I'm not saying I don't like it,
better,
Steven.
I'm just saying in general.
I don't like it. It's a skip.
Hey, if you lived
said-
in Portland and it rained all the time, you'd be liking that rain suit.
This is a drip. You're wearing the minivan. If you're driving the minivan, the kids to school, you might see a crossing guard wearing the same outfit.
Found it. I hate you.
This is the drip. Are you goddamn kidding me? Fuck 2020. This shit over with. If this ain't the drip, what the hell, Brendan? You got on, look at your shirt you got on right now, Brendan. What the fuck? This is amazing. Moving forward, last but not least in outfits. Outfit number 4.
Woo! Merry
Hey,
Christmas.
Steven, talk to me, brother. Just talk to me.
Happy
Talk to
holidays.
me. You should make a postcard of this, brother.
I was just funning you, because I had my Beatle shirt. You don't get to wear your Beatle Christmas sweater shirt very often. Christmas.
Once a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say it was a flip. It was more just for fun rather than to be taken serious.
What are you flipping?
My jeans. I went back to 501s from my 505s.
Nice.
The best part I like about this is, Steven, the one thing that you've gained a little notoriety for in the industry, besides everything else that you've done, is that anytime you see someone post a pair of Pump Furies, you always feel the need to put hashtag OG Pump Fury Designer on their post.
Exactly.
To fucking let them know, right?
Pays to advertise.
Some kids don't. Why do you like the Fury so much? I'm like, I might have signed it.
You're working with a guy who's making gospel music. It's Christmas. You're taking him to church with the fit. Drip.
Steven, what kind of Christmas presents are you giving? What are you leaving under the tree?
Gift certificates, because otherwise they just give me shit.
No Yeezys?
Some people have gotten them. Some people.
Well, you know what he wants for Christmas, Steven.
I don't have access to a lot of that.
I haven't been naughty, I'll tell you that.
It's
Listen, this is a
It's
drip.
pretty tightly controlled.
Really?
I haven't been naughty. It's funny. We got the OG rocking his own design. First of all, put some respect on it because I know that it's thousands of fans and watchers of this show that you didn't know who designed those freaking shoes that all of you kids wear. Come on. So this is a drip in my book. Take it or leave it.
Steven, before we get out of here for the day, we want to breeze to the comment section and see what people have been saying about us on YouTube for the past week, which is always a fun time. I have a few to read here. One from Ian Limpin saying, "Skinny Welty inspires me to get my fitness on well in ISO." Welty's newly built body is inspiring us all.
Trying to keep up with the you two guys. So
Why Can't I Be Free says, "One of the best part of FSR is finding out that people are sneakerheads that you never knew or thought they would be. FS Army." We love connecting people around the world. We have James Spindler saying, I have just finished watching every episode of FSR available on YouTube. Biggest accomplishment ever. Thank you, James. Please run it back because we need the views up. We do appreciate your dedication. This has been another episode of Full Size Run. Of course, I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne. Please.
Go ahead, Steve.
I want to show this picture. You can't see him, but you can see his hand. Kevin Brown, one of the original black sneaker designers in the business. Brownie and I were co-conspirators at New Balance back in those days. He did a lot of the court shoes. I ended up doing a lot of the running shoes, but that guy was the man.
Man, thank you for that, Steve.
We salute him.
You, man. Thank you. Do it right, Brendan.
This has been another episode of Full Size Run. I'm your co-host, Brendan Dunne.
I'm Matt Welty.
Dad is here. Black filter. August 14th.
And with us
Get
today, Steven Smith.
Peace out.
Thanks, Steve.
She want every color, that's a full size. Buy a 6 for my kids, bought a 7 for my
Guys, I really want you to subscribe. Subscribe. Get us 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, the Soul Collector YouTube page. We work hard for you. Work hard for us. Let's support each other. We're a community together for the right reasons. Subscribe. 500,000 subscribers. Get us there. Welty, what do you want from the community?
All season, we've been donating to the Bail Project, which helps fight against mass incarceration in the United States, and I want everyone to keep donating to it and keep fighting the good fight. Brendan, what do you want?
I want everybody out there to download the Soul Collector app because it is the best tool for price comparison on the secondary sneaker market. Get that right now. Thank you.
Come on, guys. Get us right.
Do it.
She want every color, that's a full size. I like black tights, 3 stripes, gym chick, swoosh life. I like 'em Spanish Asian, like 'em black, white.